Connor Storrie just experienced every actor's dream moment, and his reaction was absolutely priceless. The Heated Rivalry star was doing a routine podcast interview when Andrew Scott, one of the most acclaimed actors working today, called in with a question. Storrie's response? Pure, unfiltered shock. The moment Scott's voice came through, Storrie yelled, "What?" His mouth dropped open, eyes darting around the room like he couldn't process what was happening. For the entire duration of Scott's question, Storrie looked like someone had just told him gravity stopped working. This wasn't played-up surprise for the cameras. This was genuine, adorable, starstruck energy. Scott asked Storrie about the performers he admires and looks up to, whether from childhood or the start of his career. He also wanted to know if Storrie had plans to do theater or where he sees himself heading after the enormous success of Heated Rivalry. Simple question, but coming from Andrew Scott, that's career-defining validation. Storrie eventually pulled himself together enough to name Buster Keaton, Sophie Wilde, and Jack Nicholson as inspirations, but before diving into his answer, he had to acknowledge the surreal nature of what just happened. "I still cannot believe that happened, that man knows who I am," Storrie said. "That's crazy. That does not make sense to me at all." That vulnerability makes the moment even better. Storrie isn't playing it cool or pretending he's used to this level of recognition. He's being honest about how wild it feels to have someone like Andrew Scott aware of his work. For context, Andrew Scott is massive. He became a cultural phenomenon as the hot priest in Fleabag, broke hearts alongside Paul Mescal in All of Us Strangers, a devastatingly beautiful film about the queer experience, and recently appeared in the latest Knives Out film, Wake Up Dead Man. He's the kind of actor whose approval means something substantial in the industry. Heated Rivalry has rapidly become one of North America's most popular television series. The show stars Storrie and Hudson Williams as hockey rivals who are secretly lovers, exploring themes of identity, masculinity, and hidden relationships in professional sports. The fact that it's resonating with Scott, a gay man who's portrayed complex queer characters throughout his career, adds another layer of significance to his surprise call. This is what success looks like in real time, not just ratings or reviews, but having artists you admire reach out to acknowledge your work. Storrie's still adjusting to the fame, still processing that he's made something meaningful enough to catch Andrew Scott's attention. That genuine humility? That's what makes moments like this so special.